Hello, hello. How are you today? My name is Natalia. I am an intimacy and Tantra coach, and I teach sex transmutation. And I teach women how to use sex transmutation. I use men how to use sex transmutation for better life, better sex, for fulfilled life. And I wanted to address today everything that you have heard about sex, everything you have heard about sexual energy, and how you have been fooled and how you have been you were not told the truth of what is sexual energy is all about, what you can do when you're in contact with sexual energy, and why is this topic of sex is so complicated? Even though that we all do have sex, we all do make love with our partners, and most of you do like this process. And for some reason, there is a lot of shame and there is a lot of guilt and not enough information of what is sexual energy, why we can use it, how we can use it, and how it can bring our life into more fulfilled life, into more beautiful life, into more happy, joyful, pleasant, where we can achieve all our goals without pressure, where we can feel open and free in our life. So what is this sex transmutation, this mysterious sex transmutation everybody's talking about? I can address a couple of people. I can talk about a couple of people who have used sex transmutation. As I know, I've read about them, and those people are Steve Jobs and Muhammad Ali and Napoleon Hill. Just got blanked. Even though, like, literally, Napoleon Hill is one of the people who, Napoleon Hill and his book, Think and Grow Rich, is one of the motivators for me to be here on and speaking with you and telling you what is this all about. Because Napoleon Hill mentioned sex transmutation in his book in chapter 11, and it's called The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. And he said that men and I'm going to add and women, men and women have were able to achieve bigger goals. Those men who have learned the art of sex transmutation, basically people who are in contact with their sexual energy and they can direct the sexual energy. Let me give you my version of what sex transmutation is. It's complicated, but if you're on this video, most likely you will get it. So sex transmutation is the ability to take the reins of the most powerful life force energy existing on planet Earth, sexual energy, and direct it consciously and with pleasure to any area of your development for the faster and more effective achievement of desired goals. So in human words, that you have something in your body that is called energy. And you can use that energy for the achievement of your goals. Let me continue with this one, and I will explain all of those words. So it is sex transmutation is conscious and passionate choice to recognize and or intentionally develop sexual desire in the form of energy, build its power and intensity, weave it with love and universal wisdom, and use it for the creation of better life in the form of establishing true intimacy in relationships, building financial immunity and spiritual awakening, healing body and mind, and connecting with feeling of freedom and joy overall. Have you, like, all those people who have so much energy, and it seems like they are able to accomplish so much, and even though that we all have the same amount of hours, like I do, like you do, like those people who are full of energy and completing their goals like crazy, I always wanted to know, like, how is it possible to have so much energy, to be at 100 people, 100 places at the same time? And with my research over 10 years, this is what I have found. I have found that our system is letting us down. Our system don't want us to have energy. Basically, from the moment when we grew up, when we've grown up, we go to school, then we go to college, and then we go to, some job, 9 to 5, and we are working for someone without knowing our goals. We don't know what we want in our lives. We're just following the rules of the society. And one of the major principles for the sex transmutation is to know your goals, is to know what you want. Most of us don't even know what we want. The second principle of the sex transmutation is to have energy. So even though some people do have dreams, all they do is they dream about. They think about it, but they don't have energy to actually get up and move towards their goal. Another major principle of sex transmutation is to start moving towards that direction. Is basically, it's like when you know what you want and why you want it. So like your goal and why you want it. And then moving towards that goal using all possible power, all possible energy that you have available. Sex transmutation is the ability to create that energy and use that energy and direct that energy towards your goal. Another principle of sex transmutation is that you need to direct that energy. So for the direction of the energy, you need a roadmap. And for the direction of this energy, you need a clear road. So another, I'm bringing us back to the society, right? All the roads that we know has been already written for us. So we don't know what we want. We don't have energy. We are following somebody else's road. Those three principles already are not in line with sex transmutation. And the fourth principle is being connected with your intuition and being connected with universal wisdom, or being connected with God, however you call it. You can name it anything that you like, but is connecting with God, connecting with that unknown power. We also, in our society, we also very rare are connected with. Yes, we do have religion, we do have some spiritual teaching, and some people more or less are connected with that spiritual path. But so many of those are following somebody else's spiritual path without feeling connected with the core of your power, with the core of the power of the universe, God, you name it. So what happens is when we grow up and when we go along the line, when we are not following our true desires, we are losing energy. So, and same happens with sex, right? When you are growing up, all you want to experience, and so many men and women are trying to experience as much as they want during their 20s, because they think that by their 40s or 50s, they're not going to have enough energy. So they're trying to get as much as they can, because they're thinking that they're not going to have enough energy at their later age, later age. But what if I tell you that you can have all the energy at 20, at 30, at 40, at 50, and 60, and as much as you want? It's all in us. We all have that source, that powerful source that those powerful people are using. Some of them consciously, some of them not consciously, maybe, I don't know, but I know that they're using that power that we all have inside of us. And I know how it is to lose that power, how to lose dreams, how to lose roadmap, how to lose energy, and how to lose faith. This feels like when I have lost all of that, it felt like I do not belong in this world. I don't know why am I functioning today, and what am I doing today, and why? Like, why? So it took me a long time to actually find out what is this all about. But once I started feeling that energy, once I started moving, once I started feeling that eagerness to life, that love for life, that passion that I could feel all inside of my body, I was able to go deeper and find my desires, my deep desires of what I want for me. And with that energy, I was able to write that roadmap that would take me to those desires. And with that energy, I'm still keep going. And with that energy, it gave me a breakthrough to connection with the universal power, with the universal wisdom, with God, with the intuition, you name it. So all of the society, all of those rules are just made for you to follow them, not to break them, to lose your energy for the benefit of somebody else. Where when you don't know your desire, when you don't follow your own desire, you're betraying yourself every single day. How does it feel when, I'm pretty sure some of you have had someone in your life who betrayed you. How did it feel? Like, did it hurt, right? I've been there. I know how it is. How is it different when you're betraying yourself every single time, every single day, without following your own desires? Things that make you be alive. When you wake up every day in the morning, you're passionate about your day. You're passionate about this life. You're passionate about what's going to happen today. If you don't wake up like you're ready for another day, you're betraying yourself. So there are ways to come back to that desirable life. There are ways to come back to desirable relationships, to that passion, to this love. There are ways to achieve your goals in a faster way. There are ways to get connected with the universe, with yourself, with your intuition, with God, much faster and more efficient and more relaxed and easier. So this is what sex transmutation is about. And this is why it has been hidden from us for centuries. Because do you think that it is easier to manipulate people who are following the rules and following somebody else's roadmap to make someone else's goals a reality? Or a person who has their own passion, who has that fire inside of them, who is free in their choice of sex or money or how they want to live their life. Of course, it is easier to manipulate those who just follow the rules and don't ask questions. People who have the capacity, the energetic capacity at the young age, and then they lose that energy. And they're just being thrown away from the society, put on pension. And how many people have been, after they retire, they just like lose that sparkle in their eyes. And just like, oh, I'm too old. I don't have anything else to live for. And they just die. So this is what sex transmutation does for you, to have that energy for the rest of your life, to have that passion, to have this passion for the rest of your life. Don't you think that you want to live this life and never regret of anything that you have done in your life? This is the energy, unapologetic energy of like, because we have been taught of being shy our royalty, I would say, of us being the queen and the king. That energy of I can do anything. I worth everything that I can just think about. And you are, and you can. So sexual energy. Let's get back to this. Sexual energy. Where sexual energy is located. Sexual energy is located in our sacral center. Sexual center. Sacral center. there is a spine. If you look in the spine, and there is a part of that spine that's called sacral. It's even written in anatomy books. Sacral. Sacral is what? Secret. Ooh, we're getting deeper into secrets. So there is no wonder why it is sacral. Why is it secret? Of like, when finally you have those dreams, when you finally get into your desires, and you have that power in your sexual center, then you can bring it up and like feel this, right? You have the idea, you have the power in your sacral center, you have the faith in your heart that it is going to happen. I know I can do it. Then you can move towards that goal very quickly. Again, sacral center, sexual center. Why is it so many? This is one of the reasons why there is so many shame, so much guilt around it. Because it's better to shame and put guilt on us rather than let us bloom, let us be like experience that pleasure. And how do we actually lighten it? How do we grow that power? So this is where the Tantra comes in. This is where the intimate muscle fitness comes in. Tantra is all about expansion. It is all about weaving of spiritual world and material world, right? It's not just spiritual practice, it's not just material practice, physical, right? It's both. In Tantra, you weave spiritual and physical. That is why in nowadays Neo-Tantra is popular, because it lets you get out of your comfort zone in a safe way of exploring sexuality and understanding sexuality. And this is just one part of Tantra. Because Tantra, again, is about opening those borders and opening those visions, right? It's also, nowadays we talk about mindset, right? You have one mindset, and if you want to achieve something different, you need to get out of your comfort zone and open that space for your mindset. Open that space. Same does the Tantra does the same. It's opening the space for you to see more, to experience more. Like I said, it's not only sexuality, it's everything. It's your finances and your money mindset, financial mindset. It is your sex, it is your sexuality, it is your intimacy, it is about connection with each other. It is about seeing differently how you are connecting with God or with the universe or with your spirit. It is about expansion. This is what Tantra is. So, and in Tantra, we talk a lot about weaving the polarities. Acceptance is another word for Tantra. When you accepting everything as is and not trying to put your ideas into somebody else. Again, contradiction. In our society, everybody's telling you what you should do and what you should think. In Tantra, I have my own opinion and I respect yours. So acceptance of feminine and masculine. Remember, sex transmutation, what happens when two people fall in love? That's merge. How much energy is going in between them? That fire, that you can do anything for that person, to be with this person, to make love to this person, just to hug this person, just to touch their hands. How much power it is in there? A lot. Worlds were conquered for those reasons. And so when you weave those two energies, right, this is where you have that, you start having that power stirring up. Also, Tantra is about your ability to have and understand both feminine and masculine in your own body, and where masculine and feminine meet each other in your sexual center. So why don't we get to that sacral center and start growing that energy within us? It's all logic. It's all logic. There is no super crazy or weird and misunderstanding. It is all logic, right? If we have that energy inside of us, we have masculine and feminine, we can weave them together and grow that energy. And this is what Tantra teaches. There are some techniques that can bring your energy up, that grow that potential, that grow that power. One of those techniques is called intimate muscle fitness, because those are muscles, pelvic floor muscles, are holding that sacredness. And when you start moving those muscles, what happens? The energy starts moving. You start creating more of that energy. So if you want to learn more about intimate muscle fitness, it's going to be another video on YouTube. And if you want to learn more about Tantra, it's going to be another video on YouTube. But this is all about sex transmutation right now. So again, sex transmutation. Let me go back. After everything that I said, let me go back. Sex transmutation is the ability to take the reins of the most powerful life force energy on planet Earth, sexual energy. You have the power. You have the control. You set up the direction. And direct it consciously, because so many people, sometimes, you have energy, tons of it, and you're doing all kinds of stuff, right? All kinds of stuff. So you have the energy, but you're doing this, you're doing you're doing the workout, and then you clean the house, and then you start one project and you start another project, and then you need to go to another part of the city. So you're doing a lot. You're using that energy, but you're not using it consciously. You're not directing it to something that you need to accomplish. So again, direct it consciously and with pleasure. Ooh. How about, oh my God, I work so hard. I'm drained. I'm tired. I cannot do this anymore. And it goes on and on and on, and every single day. You have energy to wake up. You have energy to go to work. But you don't have energy to come back home and create intimate relationships with your husband, or you don't have energy to start dating, or you don't have energy to build the relationships with your kids, or you don't have energy to build relationships with your friends. How to use that energy and kind of like spread it consciously in between different areas of your life, and how to do it with passion, how to do it with pleasure, not because you have to, but because you want to. How to turn that I have to into like, yes, with pleasure. I'll do it with pleasure. I'd love to do it because I have like, I'm receiving pleasure when I'm doing it. With pleasure to any area of your development for the faster and more effective achievement of desired goals. That's what sex transmutation is about. So I teach sex transmutation, and there are different ways to learn with me. One of the ways is I teach in-person workshop that is called Art of Desire, Sex Transmutation in Miami area. That's once a month workshop that you can come in and check it out. And it's kind of like, it's a boost. It's like 2 hours of having your hands on what sex transmutation is, where you can have wow effect, where you can have that understanding and feelings. Something will stir up, and some people have start having orgasms after this workshop. Some people are completing their projects after this workshop. Some people are just start feeling the energy, like a boost of the energy after this workshop. Another option is I have recorded this class and I have it available as a recorded video on my website. It's available for purchase, so you can download it and do it in your house in your own space at your own time. It is recorded, guided workshop. Another way is, as I've been recording this video, I actually thought of, I'm going to make another video, another course, like short course. And I would call it Tantra, Intro to Sex Transmutation. So you would understand the practices of tantric practices that would lead you to sex transmutation. And I also, for women, have a program that is called Secret Feminine Power. In that program, it is based on how to use sexual energy so that you can have your life, your power back in a way that it's easy. that it's so, it feels in the flow. And because I do understand how crazy busy your life is, and as a business owner, I do understand that it is not easy to be feminine in the masculine world. But once you get in touch with that powerful energy, once you get in touch with like understanding your essence, of understanding your unapologetic energy of a queen, that's the power is to feel yourself as a queen. And even though that sex transmutation nowadays is more associated with masculine power, and they talk about semen retention, that's pretty much all that is this sex transmutation is associated with. Nobody actually talks about what is sex transmutation for women, how they can do it. And you can find those questions, those answers at Secret Feminine Power. Secret Masculine Power is only available in private sessions for now. And of course, if you have questions, if you want to be more, to work more like one-on-one and understand deeper, like what's stopping you to the life that you deserve and desire, then I would welcome you to be on a call with me so we can talk about it and have you going, move forward and live your life in the way that you want. What's stopping you? Nothing. It's all here. It's all conditioning. Let's remove that conditioning from your head and from your body so you can love and live freely and making love to life today. All right. It has been a pleasure. And if you have any questions, you can visit my website or Instagram, send me a message. And it's all my name, nataliakraiva.com or Instagram, Natalia Kraiva. Very easy to reach out to me and have more questions. Have a beautiful, beautiful day and make love to life.